The second day of the 37th Jalsa Salana Canada was also the longest of the 3 days. The first session of the day was presided by Naib Amir Sahib Canada Khalifa Aziz Sahib. The session began with a recitation of the Holy Quran by Basil Raza Bhatt Sahib. The translation was presented by Mansoor Nasir Sahib. Zikriya Virk Sahib recited a poem by Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salam. All speeches of this session were in Urdu. Missionary Toronto, Maulana Naveed Ahmed Mangla Sahib gave a speech on the topic of Salat's safeguards against Fasa. And this was followed by National Secretary Tabligh Abdul Hamid Viraj Sahib's speech on true Islamic brotherhood. The next speech of the session was titled Khilafat Establishes the Kingdom of Allah on the Earth by Professor Jamia Canada Maulana Hadi Ali Chaudhry Sahib. The last speech of the session was by Professor Jamia Canada Maulana Ghulam Misbah Baloch Sahib. MT News Canada has prepared behind-the-scene report on various departments of Jalsa Salana Canada 2013. Coming up is the report on MTA Canada Studios.
Every Jalsa Salana involves a number of different teams who work together to make this annual convention a success. One such team with a very important task is the MTA Canada team under the leadership of Farhan Basharat Saab. They are responsible for various duties related to the live audio and video transmission of the program from the Jalsa Gah. Basharat Saab informed us that the MTA Canada team is a team of 72 people with over 15 cameras and a number of computer systems, all combined to capture, record, and transmit the entire Jalsa program for the 3 days. There were some unique initiatives launched by MTA Canada this year for the 37th Jalsa Salana. One of these was a live transmission of the entire Jalsa program in HD on the website alislam.tv. Another unique item was the use of social media tools such as Instagram and Twitter through the handle @Jalsa_Canada to share moments of the feedback of Jalsa Salana in near real time. The third new item was the use of a dynamic dual projection screen recording studio called the Masroor Studio, which allows for a more personal and interactive discussions with special guests of Jalsa Salana and distinguished members of the Jamaat. Shahzad Ahmed, MTA International Jamaat News.
This session ended with announcement which were followed by lunch. Congregation Zohar and Asr Namaz were held at the Jalsa Gah just before the start of the next session. The second session of the day was presided by Amir Sahib Canada Lal Khan Malik Sahib. The session began with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Maulana Atahul Wahid Sahib. Maulana Isaac Fonseca Sahib presented the English translation while Salim Fatah Sahib did the French. Next, a poem was recited by Mirza Qadim Ahmed Sahib while Adam Alexander Sahib did the English translation. Missionary York Region Maulana Farhan Iqbal Sahib presented a speech on extremism in Islam. Recent Jamia Canada graduate missionary Farhan Qureshi Sahib presented a speech on establishing peace on earth. A large number of distinguished guests were in attendance from all levels of government and chief of police from various regions. Select dignitaries took to the stage and shared their thoughts. A special presentation of the annual Zafrullah Khan Award for Public Service was the next item on the agenda this year. It was awarded to
Senator Art Egleton.
Love of Holy Prophet being the theme of this year's Jalsa Salana. The keynote address, the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, a prophet for all times, was presented by Missionary in Charge Canada Maulana Mubarak Ahmed Nazir Sahib. Headphones were given to all those who requested translation. Translation was provided in various languages. MTA News Canada has prepared behind-the-scene report on various departments of Jalsa Salana Canada 2013. Coming up is the report on parking.
Parking is a very vital part of the Jalsa Salana, where the guests of Masih Maud alayhi salam are greeted and accommodated to the Jalsa Gah. This is where our guests receive the very first impression of the whole Jalsa experience. We had the opportunity to interview the Nazim, or the head of the Parking and Traffic Control Department, Ahmed Zakriya Sahab. Ahmed Zakriya Sahab told us this year there were around 100 volunteers that helped in the parking department. The total span of the parking duties each day is 10 to 12 hours, which is divided into 3 shifts. Zakriya Sahab also told us that the volunteers are trained to work in all sorts of weather, which includes rain or extreme heat. He further elaborated that during rain, umbrellas, raincoats, and ponchos are provided to stay dry. And during extreme heats, volunteers are provided with sunscreen lotions, umbrellas, hats, and other continuous refreshments which the refreshment trucks provide. These trucks go around the parking lots every 20 minutes. As per Ahmed Zakir Sahab, there were around 5,000 cars that were parked successfully. Omar Rashid, MTA International Jamaat News.
The session ended with announcements which were followed by dinner. MT News Canada spoke with some of the distinguished guests who shared their thoughts.
So the last speech of Maulana Mubarak Nazir Ahmad was very, I would say excellent. If I have to give numbers from 1 to 10, he got 10 from me. His knowledge on the subject, his delivery was very impressive.
Safwan Chaudhry, MTA International Jamaat News, Baitul Islam Mosque, Toronto, Canada.